Good evening.
Good evening.
I'd like to call the board into session in this special meeting of July 10th, 2017. At this time, would you please stand for a moment of silence, and Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Sarah Duckman.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My apologies. Now we'll do a moment.
Now we'll do a moment of silence. That's okay. Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated now. Mrs. Hines, would you please read the mission statement?
The mission of Portsmouth Public School Division is to engage all students in learning that will foster academic excellence and responsible citizenship.
Very good. Madam Clerk, attendance.
Miss Allen.
Present.
Miss Atkinson.
Here.
Reverend Fleming.
Present.
Mrs. Hines.
Present.
Mr. Lamb.
Present.
Reverend Patillo.
Present.
Dr. Whitaker. Here. Mrs. Williams. Here. Mr. Payne.
Here.
All members are present.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda for July the 10th. I would like to recommend that item 3.1, which is consideration of the Code of Student Conduct 2017-2018, be removed from the agenda this evening for the purpose. We've had several principals that have contacted me and would like to have more dialogue with the board at the August retreat. And also at that time, it would also give our council the opportunity to review the student code of conduct. So I would like to recommend that the board amend its agenda by eliminating 3.1 and moving that to August the 4th, the 5th.
Move for approval with the amendment that 3.1 be removed.
Second.
All right, motion's been made and second. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I think
Yes.
For next year, as we go through this process, I think this is a learning tool for the process, that we get more input from the community and the principals as they go through. Because I don't want to approve something the principals are having,
Right.
issue or want to have more input in. So I think Dr. Bracy, next year as we go through this, if we can do that earlier, I just think it's a learning tool for us until we get one that I think that would be beneficial for all.
Okay. Any more discussion? Okay. Hearing no more discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call.
Miss Allen.
Yes.
Miss Atkinson.
No.
Reverend Fleming.
Yes.
Mrs. Hines.
Yes.
Mr. Lamb.
Yes.
Reverend Patillo.
Yes.
Dr. Whitaker.
Yes.
Mrs. Williams.
Yes.
Mr. Payne.
Yes.
8 yes votes, 1 no, it passes.
Okay. So 3.1 is now removed, and that will be on the August 4th, 5th retreat agenda. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is 3.2, which is consideration of a resolution for reappropriation request for fiscal year 2017 general fund. Dr. Bracy, I assume that would be Ms. Dortch.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, Chairman Karen,
Thank you.
Chair Williams, school board members, Dr. Bracy. Provided within board docs an executive summary and resolution for the reappropriation request of preliminary unsigned encumbrances and also unspent money. I'm going to kind of skip through some of the jargon and kind of hit on the highlights within the executive summary. These figures are based on our revenues received and expenses paid as of June 30th. And then we also had to make some assumptions. So included in those assumptions currently are a revenue accrual. So our sales tax, that typically comes in throughout the year, and then there's a portion that comes in between July and August 15th of the subsequent year. And that total is going to be $1.1 million. Those funds under the modified accrual basis of accounting have to be included as the previous year revenue. So we're accounting for that revenue within the totals that you see here. Also, our payroll accrual. So we also have some hourly employees payroll that gets paid out at the beginning of July. So we estimated that. We didn't know what that was as of the time of having to put this together. So you have an estimate of what that would be. And then additionally with our encumbrances, this is the amount on June 30th. So as part of our financial reporting process, we scrub through between July and September 30th, all of our encumbrances, and we make any accruals for expenditures that relate to June. And we also make adjustments based on any changes in estimates. For example, if there's a non-delivery of a good or a service. So with that, with the $841,000 of unspent funds, we are recommending to utilize $550,000 to go towards enclosing the classrooms at James Hurst Elementary and Churchton Primary Intermediate. Right now, there's an open concept classroom space there, so we want to enclose those rooms to, one, provide for better safety, but also to make it more conducive for learning. And with the introduction of interactive technology within our classrooms, it's definitely going to be important for those classrooms to be closed off so teachers can use them effectively. The next item is $200,000 to be transferred to the CIP fund. This is for the renovation of Wilson High School restrooms. And lastly, $91,000 approximately to go to various needs. Most of the needs here are related to some athletic needs that just have not been addressed the last couple of years, but also there's a need for middle school science classroom furniture as well.
Okay. What is the board's pleasure?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I just want to
Reverend Costello.
commend the finance department for doing an excellent job this year with maintaining the finances of the school division.
Yes.
And it's pretty remarkable to get it down to $841,000 when we get $10 million on the 29th of June
Right.
from the city for our last appropriation. So I just want to thank Rita and her staff for the hard work done to maintain our finances for this year.
And I also like the idea of enclosing those partial walls because you remember, well, some of you might remember when Manor High School, which is Wilson High School, that it was all open, and it was by a couple of years later that they enclosed it for the very reason that we're asking to do that. So that's very good. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Thank you, Chairman. Of the encumbrances, that dollar amount that sits there, how much of that are we looking past, going past our date that's in our policy?
Right now, I can for sure say the amounts that are related to the marching band, which we already knew those were going to go past. Other than that, we're going to be working to get everything cleared out before October 31st.
Okay, thank you.
Well, with regards to that, Ms. Storch, I think last year, or it was the year before, we were having issues with, I believe it was the marching band issue again, where we were going out not 45 days, but this was looking more like 160.
Right.
So how many days are you projecting?
I don't have that readily available, but I know it's on the executive summary from when that contract was passed. So I'll have to look at that.
Isn't our policy 120 days? Because I know we passed a policy a couple of years ago when all of this came to a head, and I think it's a policy that it cannot exceed 120 days
Without school board.
without the school board approval. That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Has the finance committee or liaisons ever thought about asking the city council for a different appropriation rather than 25, 25, 25, and 25? Have we ever thought about looking at like 33 and 33 and, you know, I'm not a mathematician, but because we do spend the majority of our money up front of the school year, to give us, you know, that last quarterly appropriation less than 45 days before our year end is a bit stifling to us. And that is why those band uniforms are so late being ordered, because you can't draw a PO without having the money that sits there. As we have this conversation now, it's coming back to me. But I think it's worth a question. You can still quarterly appropriate us, but that doesn't mean 25%, 25%, 25%. I think maybe if we look at a 33, you know, and a 25 and the remainder to get us through our lump sum, maybe we can start having some of those conversations.
I know that we have discussed this. Go ahead, Brittany.
Yes, we did discuss that with the fiscal year 17 budget, and we were told, no, it needed to be 25, 25.
Yeah.
They wouldn't allow us to change.
They have us locked into the 45.
We'll keep having some conversations.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Any more discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Miss Allen?
Yes.
Miss Atkinson?
Yes.
Reverend Fleming?
Yes.
Mrs. Hines?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Reverend Patillo?
Yes.
Dr. Whitaker? Yes. Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Thank you, Brittany. Very good. Next item is consideration of a resolution for the reappropriation request for FY 2017 pre-funded state grants.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Any discussion? Storch, do you have any comments you'd like to make? Any board members have any questions? It's kind of self-explanatory. Okay. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Miss Allen?
Yes.
Miss Atkinson?
Yes.
Reverend Fleming?
Yes.
Mrs. Hines?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Reverend Patillo?
Yes.
Dr. Whitaker? Yes. Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is consideration of a resolution for the reappropriation request for FY 2017 textbook funds.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Do I hear any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Miss Allen?
Yes.
Miss Atkinson?
Yes.
Reverend Fleming?
Yes.
Mrs. Hines?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Reverend Patillo?
Yes.
Dr. Whitaker? Yes. Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is consideration of a resolution for a reappropriation budget request for FY 2017 Risk Management Fund. What is the board's pleasure?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Now discussion.
And
Yes.
can we hear Mrs. Dortch
Mhm.
go through this? And I think
Yes.
just for a matter of public record, it needs to be said.
I was going to ask.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is the preliminary net position for the risk management fund. That position is the same as fund balance. And the preliminary figure is $5.5 million. This includes the ending net position from fiscal year 16. So that number is included within the 5.5. As far as the reappropriation request, 3.6 million is all related to our health self-insurance program. So we want to make sure that we maintain those funds. One, we want to make sure we can cover our expenses through the summer. We don't deduct any healthcare deductions from employees' checks, and the school system doesn't pay anything into our fund during those months. But we still have health expenses that have to be covered. The next item is related to our workers' compensation general liability program. We've had discussions concerning our reserve that we want to keep for unexpected losses, and also to make sure that we can cover any deductibles on our stop loss insurance. And due to a variety of factors, we discussed $1 million being a conservative effort. We don't want to be in a situation where, we could have some large claims that come up and we don't want to have to pull money out of our operating fund and disrupt operations in order to cover. And then lastly, because we want to set our risk management reserve at $1 million, there's another $800,000 or so that would then be able to be released for other purposes. So the last two items are related to requests to move the money from risk management's net position to the general fund and to our capital projects fund. So for the transfer to the general fund, this would be for the movement of the 6th grade students from elementary school to middle school so that we can return back to a traditional model. Currently, we don't have the facility space to do that. So our temporary solution would be to have portable classrooms at our middle schools, equipped it with covered walkways, plumbing, intercom system, and IT infrastructure needs so that we can accommodate this move. And also, the last item is related to another restroom renovation at Church from Middle, and that's $252,000.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call vote.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Atkinson?
Yes.
Reverend Fleming?
Yes.
Mrs. Hines?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Reverend Pillow?
Yes.
Dr. Whitaker? Yes. Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Payne?
Yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you. The next item is consideration of a contract RFP number 884-P-1617 for special needs transportation services.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Any discussion? Hearing Ms. Williams?
Yes, thank you, Chairman Garrett.
A lot of
I just had one question. With the contracts or the requests, are we certain that none of these contractors are employees of Portsmouth Public Schools?
Mr. Cannon is not here. I would.
I can't answer that, but I can give that answer.
Yeah, because that is a conflict of interest.
It would be, definitely.
So we need to make certain of that before if we
Yes.
don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, Chairman Bridgeford, I actually.
That's okay.
Karen, sorry, I'll blame the heat. With regards to that, I mean, if that's the case and if we don't know, I don't see how we can actually vote on this.
I agree. I mean, that's something that we would need, Dr. Pricey, we would need to know that before we voted on it.
Right.
So can I make a motion to remove 3.6 from the
And you want to move it to the August 4th, 5th retreat? Okay.
Chair?
Yes.
I don't know if this is available, if we can, but Dr. Beckall is here. I don't know if she can answer any questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
About and the other question I would have for her is if we delay this another month, what does this do? Would this impact our ability to provide services for this? I mean,
Oh, I see.
we want to make sure that we're not having a conflict, but we want to make sure that our babies are taken care of too.
Dr. Beckdahl?
I can answer the part about will it interfere, and that we have been granted an extension to until you all voted. We did think you were going to vote today. I cannot with 100% assurance tell you that all of the drivers for LPR are not employees, but I don't think they could be. But I understand your need to find out for sure from Mr. Kenyon, but we are okay through the summer, and especially if you vote in early August, we'll be okay.
So August
through the
4th,
summer.
5th would be,
Yes,
okay?
we're fine.
All right. So,
Again, motion to move agenda item 3.6 to the school board retreat August 4th, 5th.
Second.
motion's been made and second. In discussion, Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk?
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Atkinson?
Yes.
Good
Reverend
point.
Fleming?
Yes.
Mrs. Hines?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Reverend Tillman?
Yes.
Dr. Whitaker?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams? Yes. Mr. King?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Thank you. We certainly don't want any conflict of interest here. All right, the next item is consideration of a contract RFP number 888, P 1617 for environmental services.
Move for approval.
Motion's been made and second. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Atkinson?
Yes.
Reverend Fleming?
Yes.
Mrs. Hines?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Reverend Tillman?
Yes.
Dr. Whitaker?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams? Yes. Mr. King?
Yes,
That's unanimous.
thank you. Well, lo and behold, last item on the agenda,
Move for adjournment.
adjournment. Motion been made, second, we adjourn, all those in favor? I love, it was a special meeting, we knew we were gonna have to meet.
I didn't put that.
Mrs. Hines?
Meeting's adjourned.